Last warm up, 245. Do some reps with 250. Yeah, I think I'll do some reps with 250. 250. So I decided to drop the weight down to 235. I think I might go for higher reps, maybe 8, 10, something like that. Got it tired today. Alright, running low on energy means I need to do some energy systems training. So I've got 135 on the bar. I'm going to do this for about as many reps as I can. Then I'm going to come along, do a bunch of bent over rows with this and try to match the reps right after. Well, that was 28. Whew. Alright, rows time. He's got to get 28. Regular rows. really suck, but if you don't have a good base level of energy, you're never going to be able to work. That means going through a suck phase. You know, we can't all be cats, just sleeping peaceful all day. Alright, some narrow grip incline. Alright, overhead press. Nope. I'm about spent, unfortunately. That sucks. Alright, let's do some diamond push-ups. And some curls. Alright, let's take this opportunity of me being too wore out to work out hard by improving mobility a little. Behind the neck overhead press. I'm just going to do the bar and going to do, I guess, pinky fingers over rings. A little bit wider. Ring fingers up. That's what it is. down. I think my shoulders just wore out from working earlier today, so. Alright, considering how wore out I am, I'm not going to force myself to get way down deep in the squat, not today. So I'm just going to go back to box squats, and like to get some reps over 250 just so I can get more accustomed to heavier weight on these. But I don't know what weight I'm going to do, so I'll have to play it by ear. I'll play it by ear. Oh, even that's a little deep today. Oof. Oh well, I'll just warm up until I can do that movement. Man, hard to focus. Easy to make mistakes. But you gotta do it right if you're gonna do it at all. What do you think, little kitty cat? Come over here. Going over to get some more water. Fill that up for us. Fill up that bowl you like. Yeah. Fill up that bowl you like. Oh yeah. Little scruffy kitty. There's one up there too. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, check this out. There's a one. Got those cats drinking clean water. So, yeah, got to take your wins where you can get them. That's better. Hips. Still don't want to open up all the way. You know, if you got flexibility, you should maintain it. All right, 185. Let's see if I can. Summer up a little intensity for that. Usually I don't have to do that, you know. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you by. The cat got 0 predators. Not only that, that black and white cat is the biggest and toughest and most confident cat on the whole block. And yet, always walks right next to the house in the shade, protecting itself. Yeah. feral cat instincts, man. Yeah, it's still stretching my hips, even with all the stretching I'm doing. Because I am stretching multiple times a day, every day, stretching out the hips, stretching out the groin, stretching out the hamstrings, stretching out my calves. Yeah, trying to get my flexibility back, but still getting right down into that position. I'm just not quite there yet. With all the physical qualities to lose, flexibility may be one of the worst. It just takes you longer to get that up than almost anything else. Because, strength, you can get your strength back in a couple of months. Provided you haven't lost too much of it. Like during the whole 2020, that whole phase, I got real into doing, long endurance hikes out in the middle of the woods. Go up to one of those real big parks, and just hike, 100 miles across it. Sometimes hike all the way across, hike all the way back. One pack full of stuff, trying to get as much food as I could off the land. That's pretty fun. Yeah. Just one problem with that, you lose a lot of body mass doing that. I got, when I started, I was 195 pounds, probably a little bigger than I am now. And I hadn't worked out in a long time, but still had a lot of muscle mass. Once about 21 rolled around, I had done so many of those hikes so often, I'd got down to probably about 150 pounds. But I just bulked up my protein intake, and all of a sudden I was back up to 175 pounds. So, and a lot of that gain was just pure muscle. Just, regaining it, not even from training, just, eating decent enough. So, muscle you can get back pretty quick. Strength in terms of nervous efficiency, you can get that back pretty quick too. When I started at the beginning of, probably month 9 of this year, it's now beginning of month 11. So, 2 months. And I've already gotten back a good amount of nervous efficiency, at least in the bench press. And, even then, I'm kind of old and beat up. For this type of thing. I'm not even 40, but, a lot of people would consider that. I saw a video on YouTube the other day of a guy said, I'm bulking at 33, It's like, okay, it's, I don't get the problem with that. But, evidently, he was of the impression that if you're over 30, that means that you're all wore out, Yeah, that's not true. You can make gains regardless of age. I remember when I was powerlifting, one of my training partners was a 68-year-old woman, and she started when she was 65, and she got up to, I believe, a 375 deadlift in competition. So, age ain't got nothing to do with it, but the older you get, the more you kind of toughen up, but that also means the less flexible you are. Like if I were to do a dead out sprint, I'd probably pull something. If I were, 18 and I were to do a dead out sprint, it wouldn't even affect me. So, you got to put things into consideration. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Keep going, God. focuses a little better on the squats than it was on the bench. I might go 265, see if I can get that for a triple. I think I might draw my stance in a little bit. I hate doing that because the narrower your stance, the more your body tends to press up against itself. You get down here, calves press into your hamstrings, your gut kind of presses into your thighs and turns your body into kind of a natural spring. Kind of makes the movement easier in the hole. So I like to spread out. That way I can keep more tension on the muscles. That's what I always found gave me the best results, doing, you know, touch and go type of movements like that, along with dead stop movements, but you know, real spread out, focusing on getting all the tension onto the muscles. But I don't think I quite have the flexibility to get quite that wide, so I'm going to narrow it in, try to get more of a clean rep. Oh. Nope, I lost focus. Should have gotten hyped up before I did that. Alright, load it up, try it again. Alright. I knew I had this somewhere. It's a little loose, you know, but may need to put a couple holes in there, but my old belt. You know, for a while I was actually pretty good at, you know, maintaining my brace, but I thought I could train it back, but yeah, I haven't exactly been good about maintaining my brace in the hole, so yeah, see if the belt helps. A little better. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, 265 again, but belt will help you brace. Belt doesn't help you lift more weight, just helps you focus more on keeping your core rigid. Yeah, I bet you thought I was lying, didn't you? $265, easy. Just gotta keep yourself braced. Alright, let's see if I can manage to get one good set at 275. And pull-ups, push-ups, and well, I guess I probably do need to get some cardio. Gonna have to summon up a little bit of adrenaline, but now you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's do a higher rep set of box squats at 185. See how that fits me. Oh. Yeah. I want to, but just ain't got the juice. Ugh. That's part of the problem is trying to trim down a little bit, so not many calories floating in my system. Alright, push-up time. Oh well. You're always pushing up against some type of limit. Yeah, as long as you're doing that, you're making some type of gains.
Yeah, little kitty cat. Cute little kitty cat.